Hello everyone, welcome to today's session about leadership. In this session, I wanted to present you a general idea what leadership is about and what it shouldn't be about. So let's go back to the past. Think about the first time you went for an interview and you were successful and you got the job. You never had an experience, this is your first job. You don't have really skills or tools to be good at that particular job, but someone who hired you saw potential in you. They saw a great potential and they thought, if we give her tools, if we give her knowledge, if you give her some practice, she will gain experience and she will be extremely good at that. We will support her. So you went for your first day and you started practicing what you were supposed to be doing. And because you put so much effort into it, and because you were constantly improving what you were doing, because you've been spending a certain amount of hours within the day, you've been spending a certain amount of days within a week and a month and years on progressing into being better in that particular task. Because you've been doing so well, people who hired you decided, oh wow, I really like what she's doing. Let's give her some more responsibilities and see how she can cope with that. And you knew already what is working. What is working is to do constantly, repeatedly, and do it better and better and better. And then you will master the task. You will be very good at that task. So you've done the same formula. You used the same formula. You've done the same. You went through the same process. Okay. And because you were doing the same process that was successful, again, people who hired you were very, very impressed. Okay. So now they thought, we really love what she's doing. We really want everyone else to follow the same process that she's following. We want everyone else to follow her because she's such a great role model. What she achieved is astonishing. And we want everyone else to work like her. And they've decided to promote you. They've decided to put you in charge of a team. And first you were so excited because you worked so hard to progress into a higher position. You worked so hard and you are so good at what you're doing. And then you thought, wow, I actually never managed people. I don't know how to do it. And that's the first mistake you made, thinking that you should manage people. But we will come back to that later. So you've never done it before, so you'll think to yourself, I'm excited, but I am apprehensive at the same time. But people who hired you to do that, perform that role, they have a complete faith in you. And they said to you again, we know you haven't been doing that before, but we will support you, we will help you. And then you need to start shifting the way you think. You need to become them, the people who hired you, not the person you're managing it. You already been a member of a team. You were put in charge of doing the tasks. This is not your role anymore. You need to think, what is your priority? What should be your main focus? And it shouldn't be productivity of your team. Because if you think productivity of your team is what you should be focusing on, that would mean you're still in the team member role. You're not a leader. You're not on the top of the team. So how come? How is that? I understand. What am I supposed to do? Well, productivity is something that needs to be achieved by your team. Your team has a task to achieve better or increase better productivity. This is not your task. Your task is to support them, to help them, to encourage them, to give them tools, yes, to train them and to empower them to be able to perform those tasks to the best of their abilities. And if your team is performing to the best of their abilities, they will achieve the productivity you want. If you give them correct, clear instructions, if you help them to develop the skills for which enable them to actually achieve that task that you gave them, then you're going to be a great leader. And that's what I want you to be. I don't want you to be a manager. Manager is managing productivity, is managing a task. You are going to be a leader. You are going to lead people. And that is the first mistake that people in charge do. They don't understand the difference between a leader and a manager. It's not confusing at all if you think about it carefully. In my mind, to manage people, it means to control people, to deal with people. And when you say, I'm dealing with it, is that something that you want to be doing? You don't deal with hobby. You don't deal with something you like. You deal with something negative that you have to do, that is annoying you, is frustrating you. Do you want to be like that? Do you want to manage frustrating people? Do you want to manage negative people? Is managing people or being with people or being put in charge of people something negative? I don't perceive it like that. I love it, and I think if you like something so much, if you're so passionate about it, it needs to be something positive. So controlling people, no one wants to do that. No one wants to control people. So that's not something you should be doing. So what is this leadership? What is it? What does it mean to lead people? It means to support, and I said before, it means to support them. So they already know something, how to do it. Now you need to support them so they are more independent. You need to empower them so they are confident that what they are doing and the way they are doing is correct and it's good. You need to empower them to be creative, innovative. You need to help them to resolve conflicts, because some conflicts are good. They lead to creativity. They lead to innovation. They are helping the team to grow. So you need to think, reflect, support. You need to be intelligent about the things that you do with people. That doesn't mean you manipulate them. That doesn't mean you control them. That doesn't mean anything negative. You only are focused on the people. And if you focus on the people and the secondary priority is the task, so you think about, this is the task, what do I need to do to help them to achieve that task? But that task is not your priority. That task is their priority, your team's priority. And that's how you need to look at it. They are in charge of the task. I am in charge of helping them to achieve that task. And if you get that, you will nail any kind of leadership that I will show you later. Because I will show you different styles of leadership. And it will be your choice to pick and choose from the characteristics of those leadership styles. What is the best for you, for your personality, and for the task at hand. See you later in the next session.